morning, everybody. I hope you're having a good morning. Today is 20th of August. So we'll start off our analysis with the chart on our screen. This is Euro USD. I still have the indicator which I mentioned some days back. I said that we use this to set the stop losses and also to determine the take profit. You can also use it to determine where you are entering trades. So we said that on the Forex, if the price could have gone above this level, which it did earlier this week, we could have taken a buy from this point with a stop loss, and then our take profit is supposed to be fixed around this high. So far, it has been hit. The price went up and even hit our take profit. As I'm speaking now, the price is currently pulling back to the lower side. So we expect the current move, unless a bottom forms here, we expect this move to continue up to this resistance, the one which has just been formed. This becomes the new highest high. So unless a new bottom forms here, we may likely see price continue to the lower side. So we expect something like this, expect a possible continuation to the upper side, and even a break above this level, and then a retracement, and then a continuation to the upside. This is what may happen. So this will be a buy here, and this too will be a buy here. So we want price to bounce off from this point, continue to the upper side, retrace back, then we pick another buy position. So if this happens exactly as I'm saying, then our stop loss will be fixed at this point below this level here. So we'll move forward. We'll move forward to our next chart. We look at USD/JPY. USD/JPY is bullish. The price is moving to the upper side. You can see that there's this new bottom which was formed here. So with this, we want price to, if we are to go upwards, then this is the best place to wait for a sell from. If the price is to continue downwards, expect a break below the recent lowest low, which is this point. Expect the price to break below that low, then retrace back, and then continue to the lower side. This is what may happen. So technically, we have a sell when the price goes below this low. We just need price to break below clearly, retrace back, then continue to the upside. So the next chart we would like to look at is GBP/USD. This chart, previously we had an active uptrend. Then as we speak now, the price has gone below this low. So it has gone below a low, this one, which means somehow we expect price to now continue to the lower side. If you're on this chart now, you should be looking for sell positions. Expect price to clearly descend and close below 1.3074, that you continue even further to the lower side. If you sell it as I'm saying, that is, if you sell it after the break below this low 1.3074, have your stop loss here. Expect price to proceed down up to the support, the one which you just looked at. I hope that makes some sense. Have your stop loss here. So the next chart we would like to look at, we'll look at SP500. So let's look at gold first. Yesterday we forecasted a buy on gold. We expected price to continue to the upper side. Somehow that has not happened. Instead, the price basically just moved swiftly against us. As we're speaking now, you can see that the price is very much to the lower side. We keep seeing more momentum to the lower side, and we expect even further continuation to the lower side. So if you look at this chart now, you should be focusing on sell positions. Expect price to give us more sell signals. We basically expect a continuation to the lower side, especially after a break below this low. we want a second clear break below this point. We want a candle which opens above and closes below this low to confirm that we are now continuing downwards up to this point. So technically, that is what we want to happen now. We want to see price break below the low which we just mentioned, 1.19310, so that we continue even further to the other side. We expect price to continue up to ultimately this level here, the one at the bottom, 1864.10. So the next chart we want to look at is Brent oil. Brent oil is still consolidating. There's nothing much on this chart. We are still seeing some consolidation here, and then you also have this here. You can see that there was this big move up. The price contained itself within this shape. There was an attempt to break above it, came back. As we're speaking now, somehow we are still above the same place. So this may be a very good place to look for a buy from. If you're on this chart now, you actually supposed to be considering a buy as we're speaking now. Consider a low risk buy position now. Have your stop loss below the lower trend line. Then the take profit will be determined in the future. That is, if the price forms a new top, then we are going to look for a sell. We are going to step out of the position which we had and enter the opposite position. So what I mean is this: if you buy it here, the price may likely continue up, retrace back. Then when the top forms, wait for another bottom to form so that we close that sell. So as it is now, this is very much to the upper side. Expect more movements to the upper side as long as the price is held above the resistance which you have at the top. The next chart, SP500. SP500 so far, we expected a continuation to the upper side. None of that happened. We did expect a break beyond this level, 3386.6. We've not seen price clearly break above that point. It has just bounced off from it, and we're yet to see also a significant move to the left. So we wait for a breakout above, a retracement, so that we continue to the upper side. That's what we should be waiting for as we are speaking now. A break above, a retracement, then a continuation to the upper side. So that should bring us to the end of today's session. We'll meet again tomorrow at the same time. So thank you. See you.